Good evening, my boys. Today's special day. At last, moving house finished. Your sister left me a message. She's sleeping. She's going to sleep. I left home this morning around 8, 8, 8:30, something like that. Before 8:30 a.m., right? But when I come back home, 7 over p.m. Almost 12 hours. I took a metro, right? I ride a bicycle to the metro station in Gugong and to transit in the Machun to metro S6, right? So because I make an appointment with the moving company, yeah, a truck, a van, right? A van, 6 meters long. But about 11, yeah, make appointment. So I arrived there first and check again, and they come on time, and check with all the packing. I pack myself and wait for them, but they came on time, right? The two young men, not so young, it's around 35, something like that too. And because I don't have any big, how to say, cupboard or the big refrigerator. I don't have this kind of big, but it's too many, right? So, and I found the people here compared with Indonesia, yeah, people, they got another they got the Chinese have their own features, right? They want to make quick money, and for example, if I pack the van, right, I will pack maybe 90% full, right, to make use of. But they don't. They make the big item first and leave many rooms vacant, so left more box to the other time. So next time, so they will charge you again. They want you to make another order. That's their attitude. They are clever in taking advantage of you, right? I got this feeling, yeah. But I understand, okay, because they earn money very hard, but very difficult, right? I understand. So I say, okay, you just pack as you can. So I have to rent the second time, right? I add a 150 yuan. I compare it with English, America, even in Indonesia. Maybe it's cheaper here, maybe. But they give you some excuse, right? And I felt they are tightly controlled by the platform, right? It seems their company, right? The owner of the platform, they don't trust them. So they have to check again and again to make the photo. Everything have to check by the boss. Yeah. And when the first time I pay around 600 yuan, more than 100 go to the platform, right? Platform. And they complain. The two young men, they complain about how much money they have to pay for the company, right? And then the one guy who owned the car get around 200 more US renminbi, right? It is around 80 US dollars, and the other one 150, because he just ride electrical bicycle come to, because everything they arrange on the platform. When I post an order, and they negotiate themselves, because one own the car, the other only help to lift the items, right? So they have a regulation or some sort of rules I don't understand, and they can share the total cost, right? So it's around 100, yeah, 20%, right? 20% owned by the platform. That's the way of their business. I got a feeling because they have to photo and to report to the company. Yeah, tightly controlled, and I got a feeling, yeah, for the Chinese here, this kind of management is necessary. Yeah, you cannot leave them alone or believe them. Okay, you cannot. Just like the social system, I think it's the Chinese party, right? The communist political system, it's very suitable, in my opinion. Unlike many Chinese in America or in developed countries, they always criticize Communist Party, right? But after I've spent about 1 year again here, I talk with people around me, right? I feel 70 or 80% people, they are satisfied. They are living a happy life. Of course, some people suicide, right? But everywhere they got some this kind of problem, not only China. So when every time I have a chance to deal with these low-end people, because they are in China, they earn very limited money and very hard work, right? And they don't have education, right? I feel a little bit mixed feeling. I feel sad a little bit, and in the meantime, I feel they deserve to do this. I think like this. For example, when I sit in the car, in the front seat, because I go with their car. I saw a box, a box in front of the box, right? Inside there's a cigar, the big cigar, right? And I asked the driver, "You like cigar?" The box contains two. One is the only left one. And I because I usually smoke, I smoked a little bit cigar right before. And the young man said, "I don't like. I tried. I don't like." Right? So I deliberately asked him, "Will you share with me one?" And he immediately said, "No, no, 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 no. It's a gift from my customer. I will smoke it later." I told this story with your mom. You see how stupid, right? Stupid. He chose this job because this job is suitable. If I drive a car, if I'm a worker at the beginning, if a customer or a boss look like a boss asks this, I would surely give boss, because the boss will give me tips or add money, right? You don't understand. I feel very happy. I feel very not happy. I feel very, how to say, it means confirmed my previous believing of the people, the lower end people, right? Miserable people. I cannot use low end because this is the word by the previous Beijing mayor. Right? They use this labor, blue collar labor workers. They're low end. In China they call it like this way. But I think it's the uneducated people. I feel sorry a bit. And I took some photos and show you later. Yeah, show you to see. If you don't study hard, maybe you're kept to work like this. It's very tired, right? After when I everything I already moved the first shipment, yeah, the first truck, and I again because they also left maybe 10 or 15 boxes left over, so I rent them again. So after finish this already almost 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. right? I didn't have time to have lunch because the room is full. I cannot move. So I unpacked the box to put into the proper place about 2 hours, more than 2 hours, around 3:30. I have time to go out to have a lunch. And most of the shop already closed because this is not a lunch time. So I find a noodle shop. In the meantime, I try to check because the water heater, the gas heater, got some problem. It doesn't work. But it's difficult. I try some telephone to call, but one guy charged very expensive, right? It's crazy because he's far. So I think I think how to solve it, because if I cannot wash, right? If I cannot take a shower later, if you come later, I don't have much time here now. My time is limited. So I want to solve the problem before I left here, right? So I ride a bicycle and ride around the district, right? The house. I only think of the Perumahan. The Perumahan is something like a district, right? I happened to find a shop. Suning is a big company. It's an electric company. It's a branch, right? And I find a lady who looks reliable, right? So I bought a new one to replace the old one, right? For someone, because Chinese government, they pay some support money, right? So if you give the back, they cut 600 renminbi. It's a big money, right? If you buy a new one, you return the old one, the government will support this, right? I think it's nice policy. So I bought a new one, higher brand. It's a famous brand in China than the old one, right? That's good. It took only about 15 minutes. He make everything okay. It works. I took a shower, right? So it gave me a feeling, right? Because if you want to do something in a new place, the first you have to find the suitable people first, and through the people you can find other people. So for example, I found the lamp, right? The lighting is a little bit too old, so it's got darker. Maybe it's broken half. So I asked the lady to introduce a friend, or he knows some guys in electrical. And after only 10 minutes, another guy called me, introduced by the lady. Right? So a clever man, usually they have their background, they have their connections. All right, that's my way of doing things in a new place, including Indonesia or Thailand. Right? After I made everything already finished, I took a shower. I immediately have to hurry home because we had a lesson to yeah, at 8 o'clock. If I don't have lessons, I will sleep there because I'm tired today. I didn't have a time for nap, right? I didn't eat too much. I didn't eat very normally today, right? I've long time didn't work like this, packing or unpacking, right? It's a little bit. So tomorrow I'll rest here for one day. Tomorrow I'll rest. And but happily we today we spent more than 30 minutes teaching the new concept in English, book 2, lesson 32, 62, right? It's most complicated, it's more difficult than ever, right? So I tried a lot to explain the meaning of the long sentence. The tense is past perfect continuing tense. So it's very complicated then for a boy like you, right? I don't expect you understand 100%. I just hope you can understand maybe 60 or 50 is always enough. You have an idea first. Yeah, I think that's important because when I'm a kid, when I want to know some, when I learn something, when I heard something from teacher, I don't understand, but I remember the name, and then after several years later, I still remember the name, and then suddenly I understand, right? That's my way, and because we spend more time today in English, so I shorten the time with Japanese. We only talk, review some catalog, some words, and I review the dialogue. It's enough. We didn't read. I don't want to make you too heavy, right? It's the evening, and but I'm happy. I know you where you are lazy. You didn't review. You don't have time. I think not. You don't have time because you are boy and naughty, right? It's natural. Anyway, you read 50% we talk together, we learn together. I enjoy it. Not for the learning or teaching, right? Because we're father and son. That make me feel happy. The second we learn something together, that's enough. You got happy. We meet regularly. We talk together, and I point out where you are make a mistake. I think it's enough. I enjoy it. Enjoy it very much. Right. I don't like so many Chinese. They spend a lot of time. You look the YouTuber. They all comment on the big policy of the national policy or the American in Chinese relationship, Taiwan, yeah, and the leaders. Some scandals, right? Some criminals. Who is all these things a little bit far from our daily life? I feel it's bullshit, right? It's a waste of time. Maybe they need some hot topic to attract attention from the subscriber, maybe, right? Maybe. I don't know. They make money. They make money. It's raining, right? I when I just came back, I talked with your mom about the 20 minutes, right? To tell her about my feeling today. And she told me it's very hot in Indonesia now. So I think even though it's cool, I still open the door and the window. I like this temperature. I enjoy it, right? And the fresh air. If you open the air in like Indonesia or Thailand, you have to close the window, right? I don't feel very nice, very comfortable. Right? So I like the food, even though it's not so high. How to say? Up to the safety standard, right? But it's normally it's okay. Looks like, but it's look like delicious at least, right? Indeed, it's delicious, and it's cheap, and the atmosphere and the temperature is so nice. I feel satisfied, right? Only a little bit lonely because nobody helped me here, right? I have to do everything myself. Because considering my age now, I feel it's a little bit tiresome, right? And I'm afraid because several days ago when I tried to get the credit cards problems, I saw an old man more than 70 around, he's moving slowly and I talk with the staff. He cannot understand because he was withdrawing some money, something, and he asked me to sign. Wow, I feel sorry if I'm that old. I have to arrange the money myself. Oh, I feel it's terrible, right? Because we can't be always young. Sometimes we have to think a little bit in advance. So I think in China this year I think it's good. I learn a lot. and make a big decision, right? To rent a house, then buy a house, and move in the house. It's crazy. Buy a car, sell a car, and to to help your sister. You got two sisters, right? To get rid of one sister, to keep one sister, and let her to do the business normally, right? Before I went to Thailand, the end of last year, right? They got serious problem. The beginning of this year, they got very serious problem, right? And the younger sister disappeared. You cheat me, right? Something like this, crazy. See? So if I didn't go there, I won't believe she would cheat me, right? So everything, seeing is believing, right? I see, and I had the problem by myself. I got suddenly I got some disappear some my hair here. Here it is, right? That's because this accident. I got shocked. I'm searching her in the mall for 3 hours, but she took a taxi. Lied to me. He said, "Papa, I will go to the bank, withdraw some money," and she found a taxi and disappeared. It's crazy. It's an incredible thing, right? But this is not a scandal. This is not. This is something I later understand. He basically is similar to her mother. That's the gene. Yeah. That's why now she stays with her mother more often, right? You see, before he want to get the money from me, so she thinks she's similar to me, right? She like Papa. She look like Papa. You think we are mindset same. But she's lying, right? She's lying. I know. But okay, it's over. Yeah. I'm already through all this only this year. This is a dragon year. This is not. It's a grandfather. His dragon, right? It's not so good. I feel right? It's a tiresome. Oh, so many things, right? And I brought you to Pattaya for the new year at the beginning of the year this year, and we travel for 20 days in Malaysia. Yeah, it's a very nice memory. Yeah, so this is a special year. There are so many things, so many things happen, right? and I change to speak English in my YouTube or YouTube. And you begin to learn Japanese, so many things, yeah. And you change your accent from Indonesian English to real English accent, right? So I feel I spent a good time. I've spent a good time here to this year, right? Tomorrow I have a rest. So this is a summary of today. I have a mixed feeling. When I see my new house, a small apartment, a small room, I feel a little bit settled down. But in the meantime, I feel a little bit worrying, right? Worrying what? If I'm 70 or 80 years ago, if I still living here, it's terrible. We cannot trust people. You have to everything when you are doing something, you have to think a lot before you do, But if you're old enough, you cannot think properly. What should I do? So if I stay in Indonesia, it is hot, right? The weather, the food, and it's a Muslim country, so for the beer, wine is a little bit it's difficult or much more expensive, something, right? It's not so convenient anyway. If you're in a restaurant, you cannot order drink, you cannot. But in Thailand, I'm wondering because your sister is too weak, right? he's too childish a little bit, right? So I cannot totally dependent on her, right? So it's the problem. But who knows? 10 years later, maybe you have gone to another to Japan working, right? Yeah. I sometimes dreamed you were studying and working or doing business in Japan, so I can stay there. That's my dream. Who knows? Maybe nothing is for sure. This is life. Oh, today's is longer. Every time I speak English, I speak longer. Maybe because I'm thinking, right? I have to think about the words. If I speak in Chinese or Indonesia or Thailand, it's quick. But it's good because you can understand this, right? And I can practice my English. I never got a chance to practice my English anymore. I spent so much time, Funny. Good night.